Hello, everyone. It's Alexis here from Create Your Future. And today, you guys, I have a very special guest, a brand new coach to our team who is also a guy named Ivan. Hi, Ivan. How are you today?
Hi everyone. How's everyone doing?
Well, I hope everyone's doing great. You guys, this is so exciting because Ivan is new to our team. He's a brand new coach at Create Your Future, which means that he's on sale also. And he has a background in both psychology and coaching. So today, Ivan has a really cool success story that's about how to manifest a date and gifts from your SP. So I'll just let Ivan take it away and tell us all the juicy details. Go ahead.
Hello. So really excited to be here, first of all. But a little bit about the story. So I used to work with this woman who was very, she was she was really comfortable with living in the negative because that's kind of what she knew. So she came to me. She wanted to find a change because she wanted something different for herself. So then we started coaching. Within our coaching, she started telling me that she was interested in this guy. But this guy had told her from the beginning, I do not want a relationship. And that's exactly like, they were more like a friends with benefit kind of thing. So, she started getting more attached and started feeling more feelings towards him. So what ended up happening is, the social media came, you know, social media came and she started like stalking him and, looking who liked his pictures, who liked his comments, and
Oh, no.
yeah. And then she would literally go into like every single person that liked his videos and start creating these little stories. Like, I'm sure he's dating her, I'm sure they have something going on, so it started creating like this, she started assuming these ideas that would start like making her like spiral down and making her feel bad, and while doing all of this, she started noticing that there was a distance because it would cause her to react. So when she called me, we had a conversation about taking a break from social media. It's like take a little break, and also start, creating an intention of what you want. Start doing a mental diet. And she did so. Every time she would feel the urge to get into it, she would start affirming or saying an intention of like what is it that she wanted. Um, and a couple of weeks passed by, and he got back to her, invited her to on a date. While doing that, she felt really confident. She started feeling more confident, and she had told me, "It's like Ivan, I feel like this new me within, where like when I was going into a date, rather than being nervous or having an expectation for the date, I actually felt like really comfortable and like easy." So the date went well. And during that date, he actually told her that he started deleting a lot of women off his Facebook account because he's like, some of them are too drama. That's what he said.
Mhm.
She went back because it was a specific woman she created this whole entire story about. She went back and she noticed that that woman was one of the women he deleted from his Facebook. And from there, like, he said something to her that kind of made her uneasy, which was, that's why I don't date because, these it's all drama, but with you it's different.
Mhm.
She said like, at first I felt like a little, that little feeling we get in our stomach, when we hear something we don't want to hear. But she said, after that, it's like, I said like, no, this is a work in progress. This is something that I'm doing. And she's like, and what's interesting is that I started feeling this sense of worth where, you know, I was excited about all of this, and knowing that I could make a change and seeing these little steps really is encouraging her to keep on going. And as the holidays came around and he spent the holidays with her, he actually gave her like a gift, and she even called me to ask me, what can I get him? What can I get a guy? you know, which was really cool, and I feel really flattered that that she would ask me. But yeah, like, it was amazing to see how, she went from being this person who was like so scared and so negative to being this person who's like really like feeling her own power, feeling her own energy, and like really like shifting everything around her. with the concept of everyone is you pushed out.
Wow, so exciting, so cool. I mean, there are so many things to touch upon in this story. And I think the most interesting thing about this that I know a lot of our clients and a lot of our viewers and subscribers really suffer with is self-concept, feeling negative, right? Being in a negative state of mind, and then having that kind of propelled by social media. Because oftentimes, if you're in that negative state of mind, negative thinking, we have a trigger that's negative from the SP or the 3D reality. And then you go and fact check the social media on Facebook or Instagram. It's like a spiral for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so in touching upon social media and how you really gave her some recommendations there, what kind of recommendations can you tell the listeners about how to make boundaries about social media, or what's your perspective on social media in general?
It's just depending on the confidence that you have, especially like really looking into the mindset you're in. I think if you're a person who is not as affected by, seeing this, or like would go into like the research of who is he liking, and, or actually looking at the people they follow, I mean, I would say, okay, continue with it, but also, I mean, I think if it's nice to take a break from social media sometimes, it's good to take a little break, because especially like, we get so wrapped up with things, and, we already have a concept of a specific person or an idea. And then, with these little triggers, all we're doing is we're separating ourselves more from our goal that we're intending. So I think like if you're a person who has discipline, and you feel confident enough to go into it, go for it. But if you're going through a moment where you're trying to change your self concept and changing the concept you have of this person or whatever it is that you're seeking, take a little break. Take a little break, start building an intention around what it is that you want. When you get those little urges, I told her, start talking to yourself. These inner conversations are so important. And sometimes you go into this little conversation within yourself, and it just goes on and on and on, that you forget about social media or logging in. So that's where you find the power within yourself to actually do this. So I mean, it's a commitment. So if you want something, you have to commit and persist. So that's kind of one of the things that I would suggest. If you're not in a good state of mind, kind of back away for it. Take a little break. It's always nice to take a little break.
I totally agree. I think for my own life, I've not manifested very many people that even connect with me on social media, because I wouldn't want to go through all the drama of it. So I think it's really important to be specific with yourself about when you're taking an action or we're doing something. What's the intention? What's the thought? What's the energy? What's the feeling behind it? Right? That's kind of what you're saying. If you're in a good place, do whatever you want. Hey, if you're not in a good place, then like don't do anything. Like literally read a book, go work out, take care of yourself, get back to this concept, right?
Yeah. Meditate. I'm huge on meditation. So like, taking that little time to like, go in, take a couple of deep breaths, and like say to yourself, I could do this. This is my world. I could create whatever I want with it. So, you are the main character of your own story. So have fun with it.
Oh, I love that. Those are one of my favorite sayings, Ivan. I always say, like, I am the character of my movie. I am the star of the movie. This is my movie. Gosh darn it. Right?
Yeah, of course. That's how it should always be.
Kind of like Beyonce in a way, or like LeBron James if you're a guy, maybe, some figure.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take Beyonce anytime.
Both agree on Beyonce.
We didn't want to be Beyonce, but we can be Beyonce.
Right? We can be Beyonce here in that reality.
It's funny because one of the little things I do anytime I'm starting to feel like this like overwhelming sensation or like negative thoughts, they come, is I try to do like a little Beyonce move, like kind of shake it off.
Do a little shake. How cute.
Yeah. So you find little things that, it's all about finding how to get out of these situations, because it's possible. Let's not live in the negative.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So this is so juicy because we've given everybody tips on Now when we get asked and we know about social media and we want to do our maybe not so good habits of social media, what to do, that it all comes back to self-concept and being in that place of Beyonce, you know, how to shake off the negative energy, negative thoughts, or right, like whoever Beyonce is for you. So this information is so key and so golden when you're manifesting your reality, I think. Also, you know, Ivan, since you're new to the team, could you tell us about what got you interested in coaching and just, you know, what you love about this work so that the new subscribers can understand?
Yeah. So one of the things is like I've always had this thing, like, you know, where, and maybe it's something that I, you know, a concept that I build upon myself, that it reflects, where, you know, people like to come to me, have conversations. I'm kind of like the gay best friend, you know, not the kind of, you know, like people feel comfortable, and like, you know, I like listening. I find it very interesting to see like the stories that we create, you know, and how we could actually like shift anything. So from my previous employers, I also come from like a administrative background. You know, I used to work like in corporate world, and I noticed like, you know, my office would always, like every day I would have like 2 or 3 people coming in and like asking me about like, oh, I dated somebody and it didn't go so well, or like I don't know what to do about this situation. So that's kind of like where I've always felt like and this is like something that I believe, like, you know, I have an ease of talking to people. And as I like gotten older, like, you know, I realized how also I'm creating my reality and learning. I used to be that unavailable guy who would have that hot and cold behavior. I used to be that guy, and, you know, and things shift, you know. I was thinking last time maybe somebody tried to manifest me, you know, into switching that, you know, uh, because then my curiosity came upon like, what are these feelings? What are these emotions? And I started getting into like, you know, taking courses about relationships and like, you know, how to, and it all falls into the same thing about like your self concept, you know, your worthiness of what you think, you know. So this is how I came about, you know, the coaching and wanting to, and I just like listening, helping, and helping somebody create is such an awesome thing to do.
Yeah, you know, there's really nothing like it. And I think that we're so blessed to be in this field and to be able to help people, even just on YouTube. And it's such a fun place to be. And it's interesting because as you're thinking about that, I was thinking like, wow, I think I've always been coaching people in every job I've had. And it's so funny that you bring that up. I love that about you. It's so, you know, it's like it just shows that you were meant to be in this field and that you have that inherent gift to help people. Because if you have that inherent gift, then generally it's always been there. And then now it just so happens that you're part of Create Your Future and we're here on YouTube, which is a very fun thing.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This is my first YouTube ever, so I'm excited about it. And one of my mantras is like, you know, I live to inspire and be inspired. So, you know, I think that's how we should like always think about it, that there is inspiration within us that we could actually let out and see it, let the world see it. And then you'll be surprised with what comes back to you. It's amazing.
Oh, that's so true. And I just love that. That's a wonderful way to put it. Well, I think we've gone over some really key points today for all of our subscribers. Thank you for sharing your wonderful insight about what to do about social media. So you guys, I know you guys out there that book sessions asking about social media questions, you can always refer back to this video with Ivan's wonderful advice about what to do, how to get on your self-concept, and how to really create that inner Beyonce. So like I already said, Ivan is new to the team. He's currently having a sale, and you can sign up for coaching with Ivan in the box below. And thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.